Hey, welcome back for another edition of the Club Pool Podcast. I am your host, Barrett Dudley, and I am joined in the lodge, brought to you by Washed Media, by Phil Battaglia, who's got a extra special guest sitting in his lap.
Yeah, hey everybody, this is Large Wiener Dog, name of Poppy.
Hello, Poppy. It's good to have you on the pod. First non-human guest here on Club Cool. So this is
nobody's doing that.
This is a big deal for us. Yeah.
We'll see if she'll say a few words later.
What's Poppy is a large wiener dog. Is she a dachshund? She's
for sure part dachshund. I mean, we adopted her from the Dachshund Rescue Agency of Houston.
All right.
However, signs which should suggest that she has a lot of basset hound in her, maybe a little bit of beagle.
Okay.
But we haven't done the DNA yet.
Gotcha. Yeah. Better not to know, some say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have her. And is she gonna earlier she was chuffing. I've never heard that word.
You haven't?
But no. I think that's something that I feel like that's the territory of smaller-ish dogs.
Yeah, so chuffing is when they do like a little like a
yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, like a little grunt.
It's a pre-bark is what it is.
Right.
And she, I'm going to put her down here in a minute. She might give us
some chuffing
or a full-throated.
So, our dog Grace, a golden retriever, non-barker, does not bark.
Yeah.
Like very, very rarely uses her voice. And so, this past weekend, we were building a fence with our neighbor.
Yeah.
You may have seen it on the Grom.
Wait, your neighbor's participating in the build?
Oh, yeah. This is how this all came to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, communities getting together. This is great.
That's what the pandemic is all about.
Wow.
You got to find those silver linings.
That's beautiful.
So our neighbor's dog, her name is Lupa. Lupa is a barker. And she's like she's a mix. She's a rescue, but she very sweet dog. But like somebody walks along the fence line and she's like chasing after and barking. So Grace, we got a couple of attempts at a bark. I'm telling you, this dog never barks.
Wow.
She was just sitting on the porch, and a couple of times she tested it out.
Yeah.
She said, "Whoa," and did one. Just tried it on for size. She did not continue. So I guess she decided that she was fine remaining a non-barker. But
what do they say in Arrested Development? You always know a Milford man.
Yeah.
Neither seen nor heard.
Right. So now, special announcement: we are going later today, to pick up a sister for Grace.
That's huge.
A baby sister for Grace.
This is another golden?
This is another golden retriever. So we'll see if this one picks up some of the barking from the surrounding neighborhood gang of dogs.
And you never know, Grace might take up some barking too.
To voice displeasure
yes.
at no longer being an only child.
Yeah,
it's possible.
How old is Grace?
Grace is 10, but does not totally act like 10.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, she's got a lot of energy, a lot of spunk. And the part of this is to like kind of bring some youth back into her life.
Yeah.
Force her to kind of like engage and stay young, but she's got a lot of energy still. Very excited to meet other people always. She's loves a great dog. Still loves to go on walks, chase balls, the whole nine.
Always happy.
Yeah, so we're not we're not too worried. Although this was like kind of the last moment to do this.
Yeah.
Basically. So yeah, headed to Buffalo, Texas to pick up an as yet unnamed golden retriever puppy.
We didn't have a name for her for months.
Yeah, we just call her Dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
You know what I love is the rescue agency names.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen these?
I just feel like they. Well, what were you gonna say?
She was Delilah Poppins.
I feel like APA just like looks down the list of most popular dog names and just like just goes down the list and is assigned one. So it's like, oh, this one is Bruno. This one's Bella. This
Bella.
One is Fido. This one is Moose. This one,
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're the kind of the common.
The Dachshund Rescue Agency, they
have fun with it.
Yeah, a little too much fun because I don't need two names and definitely not.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, the fence. We're gonna do a little recap of the housework that we've been doing here because that's what the people come to the Style Podcast for.
Right.
Yeah. This was our neighbor. She's a girl in her 30s as well, And she has this big, nice fence in her front yard. It's this like double slatted horizontal fence that we knew, because we had talked to her about it, that she built.
Wow.
So then we just recently had the front line of our fence extended out much further into our front yard to like make the backyard far bigger and get rid of all this space that we didn't know what to do with in the front yard. It's too hard to maintain and landscape and all that.
Making room for that pool.
Making room for the stock tank pool, yeah. And that left our back fence just this dilapidated old piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were very keen on upgrading it too. And we had talked to our neighbor about like, hey, like, show us how to do it. We'll pitch in.
Yep.
We'll help. Mm-hmm. We'll split the supplies. And it all came together, and and we did it.
Is it on her property as well?
Yeah, it runs right down the property line.
Nice.
Yeah, and the nice thing about this style of fence, this kind of like double slatted pickets on either side, is that it's basically there's no quote unquote backside to it. It looks the same front and back.
It looks great from the progress photos.
So yeah, we're very very excited to have that new fence, and I'm just out there doing man stuff, Phil.
You really
I'm doing man stuff.
You know what I'm not doing is man stuff.
You are having other people do the man stuff in your bathroom.
Yeah. Now, tackling something indoors is something I will never do. I can do some yard work. Yeah. I enjoy yard work.
Okay.
But they're redoing our bathroom right now, which is why I have my child with me here.
That's tough stuff.
Dude.
Now we accomplished this project, and now Laura's all like,
she's ready for the next one.
Yeah, now I think we can do the bathroom.
Oh no. Dude, let me tell you something. Y'all have 2 bathrooms though. We only have the one. We have one and then a half bath downstairs.
Okay.
So this is much more invasive. So we've been in Airbnb. We had the privilege to stay at the Carpenter Hotel for the past week, which has been very nice.
That's wonderful.
Shout out to them too. Carpenter Hotel here in Austin is. I mean, we were talking like I would love to find something wrong with this place, but I can't. Yeah. Everything was great.
That's cool. Did they give you a sweet deal for like an extended stay, basically?
They didn't.
They did not.
No. And believe me, I asked.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I just got my invoice, as a matter of fact, pulling into the parking lot here.
And it was the Home Alone moment. Kevin!
Yeah.
You spent $965 on room service?
It was what I thought it was going to be, but they had deeply discounted rates regardless, just because of what's going on. I mean, there was nobody there.
Right, yeah.
We were some of the...
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. Carpenter Hotel.
Back to the bathroom.
That's right there off of Barton Springs, off of South Lamar, right in the heart of the city. Great little boutique hotel to stay in if you're... The next time that anybody can make it down to Austin for a trip.
It's great. Yeah. All the way around. The people there are fabulous. This is what I was going to get at. The first order of business when they redo your bathroom, many people don't know this, is they take a hand grenade and roll it in there and pull the pin and just explode the whole bathroom. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
Yeah. And the dust that is associated with new sheetrock and it's some serious stuff. Yeah. That I don't think we'll ever get rid of.
Okay. Well, that's why you hire the pros, right? Part of it is supposed to be that they're going to get in there and clean all that up.
Oh man. So the guy, I was there the other day just checking in, and this dude was sanding sheetrock. He was totally white with the dust all over his entire body.
Yeah.
They just get in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And inhale the stuff too. No mask.
That's they're going to be suing you for mesothelioma later.
Well, they'll have to do they'll do their contract.
They hopefully they got N95s.
Yeah.
Right?
They don't.
No. Yeah, I mean, I was covered in sawdust. I was out there sawing.
Yeah.
I was
measuring,
I was
sawing.
Banging.
Do you have a circular saw?
She does.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
She's getting after it over there.
Our neighbor she's a handyman. She is a DIY queen.
Wow, good.
Yeah, so it's nice. It was super nice to have her
nearby.
Guiding.
Yeah.
And kind of being like, this is what we do. Because otherwise, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I'm second guessing every decision I make, the whole thing. But yeah.
I've had experience building a fence. When I first moved to Austin, a friend of mine had a house, and I lived with him, and we decided to build a fence. It didn't go very well.
Yeah. So
We didn't finish.
Did you have to call in the pros?
We did.
Yeah. Last night, to celebrate, speaking of crushed, scattered sheetrock, we opened this this nice bottle of wine. We've been talking about wine in the Discord, by the way. Get after us in the Discord. I'm a big French wine guy. Love a Bordeaux. And this was one that I had accidentally bought at Total Wine, thinking that it was like an $18 bottle, and it was a $50 bottle.
Did you find that out when you got up to the register?
Yeah. They had the labels that they were just a little wonky. They weren't quite in the right spot, and I didn't look close enough. The whole thing. And so I said, okay, fine. We just shelved it for something good. So we've got this new dog that we're getting today. We wrapped up the fence this week. We had it, and I went online and I looked at kind of I'm keeping a wine journal now.
Okay.
Writing down all the wines that we're drinking, like trying to like put down some tasting notes.
Very good.
All the stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not very good at that.
Yeah, neither am I.
Everything I taste, I'm like, berries.
That's what I just either
fruit.
Categorize it by the color: dark berries,
Uh-huh.
red berries, green fruit,
Okay.
yellow fruit.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to do
Well,
it.
so I went online and I looked at this wine to just get the description to kind of help me out here. And one of the things that this wine is supposedly has in its profile is crushed rock.
Yeah.
So I like that one a lot.
Have you tried the wine?
Crushed
You're
rock.
waiting on opening.
No. We opened it last night.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you get any of that? Any minerality?
I think so. Yeah, I feel like I knew what that meant when I read crushed rock and damp earth along with the red berries. But I need to watch this. I gotta watch the Somm stuff on Netflix.
Dude.
I still haven't done it. I love wine. I love talking about it. I need to just up my vernacular. I need the vocab.
Have you watched Somm?
No, that's what I'm saying. I need to watch it.
It's no longer on Netflix, unfortunately.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, we wanted to watch it the other night. You have to rent it on something.
Okay.
Or buy it. I don't know.
Huh.
But let me tell you something. If it's for rent, do it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Okay.
To become a master somm is just, you have to be a savant.
I mean, are you with all your wine tastings and the wine knowledge that you're gaining, are you feeling like you're able to taste and profile the wines any better yet?
Better and better each time.
Yeah.
But I taste so many now that we have so much. I was keeping a journal, and I've just fallen behind.
Yeah, it's difficult. We've had the journal. It's like journal set up for wine, for the wine thing, everything. It sat on the shelf for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I finally
was
like, okay, just going to start writing these down, trying to understand a little bit more about what I'm tasting.
One thing that
why I like what I like.
Yeah. One thing that is recent for me that I'm doing now more is letting the wine breathe longer.
Okay.
And that goes.
Well, you got a hyper decant.
Yeah. I don't believe in those things. And anyway, even Pinots need to breathe. Every single red wine needs at least
a little
30 minutes.
Yeah.
To just sit there open. Even better, pour it in a decanter.
Right.
But I've just heard a lot of weird things about those hyper decanters.
It's a blender.
Oh. I'm talking about the thing that goes over your...
Aren't y'all watching Succession? Didn't y'all watch Succession?
Yeah.
You know Connor?
He's
hyper decanting?
Yeah.
And he's just putting it in the blender?
Uh-huh.
What does he say? He's like, you can age it 15 years in 15 seconds.
Yeah. I love him. Everybody in that show.
Oh, it's best show. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm not positive on this, but I'm 90% sure that the dad is the voice of the McDonald's commercials now.
Really? Brian Cox?
Yeah. Is that the old man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's an interesting choice for them. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, so a lot of stuff going on the house front, and just Poppy is going to the ground. I think she saw a bug down there or something. She was looking very intently at the carpet. What else is on the docket today? We are going to kind of briefly go over our thoughts on Nordstrom's anniversary sale, which is just about to start, and kind of give you some tips on what to look for. If you want specifics, we will have a little editorial on our favorite things from the sale at patreon.com/clubcool. It's $2 a month to be a part of that community. We very much appreciate it. It's a great way to support the podcast. If you're not ready to fully join, go follow us on patreon.com/clubcool. You can follow creators on there without actually joining for a monthly membership. And that way you can also get the Discord link, where we've got a lot of good stuff going on the Discord. People have been dropping sale links. We've been talking about shoes. You can post your kits on there. Yeah, man, it's been really, really good so far. And it's just very exciting. What else are we going to talk about today? A little discussion on the Nike ISPA stuff, plus a little Nike ACG talk maybe. And then, Phil, I really wanted to I hoped that something big was going to happen on this podcast today.
Yeah.
I hoped that I was going to make pod history and cop mid-podcast.
Not going to happen?
It's not going to happen because the copping opportunity was 20 minutes ago. And I was trying to get ready for the pod while also
Okay, Poppy has opened the door.
You got to close that thing. You got to make sure it's tight. Poppy is raging. She is on the loose. She is a bull in a china shop. She has broken down the studio door here. Here she comes, wrangled by Phil, wrangled back in. Okay, so this was all happening. The 10 a.m. We were right about to start, so I was like trying to get the screen up, but I had it. And then it's for this 18 East, these double knee pants, which just absolutely have the internet on fire right now. This Antonio guy, look, it's the days of your company, of your clothing line not selling stuff out are over. You need to produce more. Yep. There were 100 pairs of each colorway, 3. So this is 300 pants. Anyways, I needed an extra small, which I know because he told us on Style Forum that there was one extra small.
Oh, God.
I was right on. I carded it. I chose my payment method, and I thought that I hit checkout.
One.
Yeah, I thought I completed the entire thing, but I didn't. I didn't hit the right button. I didn't hit the final button. I was in. I had them.
What's the final button?
Like, I don't know. It's the Shopify thing, and then you go, and it's like it populates if you've shopped there before, right?
Yeah.
You've seen that, and it's just everything's in there. I thought I hit the finalize, and I didn't because I went back to the shop and was looking around at the other stuff. I added something to my cart. I realized the extra small pants were still showing up in my cart. So I didn't go all the way through because I was flustered with this stupid fucking podcast that we do. and I missed. So
man.
Not only was that not going to be mid pod, but it didn't work. So I
that's a lose my friend.
So I didn't get them. And now I'm pretty sad. I'm pretty broken up about this.
It's all right.
It's but it's just clothes. It's just clothes. I have other stuff. I'm gonna tell myself that. And this is I'm getting a little bit tired of this. If they don't start producing more, I'm out because I'm not trying to do the Supreme thing here.
Yeah, it's not worth the effort.
Like, this stuff is dope. It's priced really well, but like, just make more or I'm out.
Don't make more than one. How about that?
Yeah. So that's a bummer. I was looking forward to those. I thought that I had the finesse to get it done manually, but alas, it was not to be. So, you know what? Let's take a quick break, hear from a sponsor, and then we'll be back to talk about some other stuff. In the middle of the pandemic, the mailbox can be a pretty boring place. We got to look for the silver linings, Phil. So, getting packages, we love getting packages. Club Cool,
love it.
All about getting packages. You don't want the mailbox to be boring. And it is 90% of the time. It's depressing. It's political flyers and your bills and just ungodly amounts of coupons. But you can set it up so that once a month, you've got a reason to be super, super stoked about going out to the mailbox. And that's through Box of Awesome from Bespoke Post. Bespoke Post sends guys only the best stuff every month, and no matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered. From style and grooming goods to barware, cooking tools, and outdoor gear, Box of Awesome has carefully built collections for every part of your life. I've talked about sunglasses that I've gotten, cocktail cups that I've gotten, mint julep stuff. They even came with the simple syrup and a little stirring spoon for the things. Just go check them out. There's literally boxes for everything too, which is one of my favorite pieces of the whole thing. There's like, you can get knives.
A box of knives.
You can get a box of knives if you want knives, man. But there's grooming stuff. There's cold brew stuff right now. You can get some copper mugs with a box called Island, which has some passion fruit syrup and some awesome looking glasses. Can we see these things? Let me put these up on the screen real quick. Look at this. Look at this Island. Do you not want that? Cheers. Cheers. You're making a beer that goes into a wine glass.
Come on.
You got shoes available. You got a bag. We just did our bag talk. This is a beautiful looking weekender. Look at that. Look at how that opens up and just is like wide open to just stuff all your stuff into.
Oh yeah.
I like that. And then boom, right there. Forge. The Forge. You're setting yourself up with a beautiful knife. Who doesn't want that? Like I'm telling you, there's literally, it's anything and everything you could possibly want. You get one of these boxes once a month. To get started, go take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. The answers that you give them are going to help Bespoke Post pick the right box of awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box costs only $45, but is guaranteed to have over $70 worth of gear inside. It's a great deal. It's a lot of fun. You get something exciting and new and different across all these different categories every month. So you can get 20% off of your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code CLUBCOOL at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com. The code is CLUBCOOL for 20% off of your first box. You will not be disappointed. These things are a lot of fun. And the stuff that comes in them, is really, really great. So check them out. Boxofawesome.com. The code is CLUBCOOL. Okay, Phil, let's talk about this Nordstrom anniversary sale. Is this something that you're relatively familiar with this thing that they do, right?
I'm not a card holder though,
so you don't get early access. Yeah. And I hate to just give Nordstrom all this free press, but it's fine. Mm-hmm. The people were asking to talk about it. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty big deal in the world of sales. It's nobody else really does anything quite like this. And I'm not a like to know it person yet. I don't know how to become that. I would like to. If anybody out there knows how you can get us set up to become that. That's why we have to do the editorial on Patreon, though.
Yes.
Because if I just do it, I'm not going to just give them free links.
Yeah.
I got to get something out of it, right? To push people to the website. But so the unique thing that they do here is that we're here in August, about halfway through. Fall, winter is about to start dropping everywhere. Mm-hmm. All these new collections coming out from all the brands. It's back to school season, and the stores and the shops, they're going to have all the new stuff. So with the Nordstrom anniversary sale, for a week and a half, you have access to a bunch of the brand new things at a discount right from the jump.
That's nice.
So it's a pretty interesting and unique thing that they do there with that. Now, this has been going on for several years now. It's a very big deal. I mentioned Like to Know It. All of the bloggers out there, all the Instagram, bloggers, the women in particular, they all push Nordstrom anniversary sale. There's a million lists for the females out there of oh, my favorite things from the Nordstrom anniversary. Here's my Nordstrom anniversary sale haul. Let's do a TikTok.
Do you think they're getting paid for these?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Through at the very least the referral links.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And I believe and I worry about the fact that this has been going on for long enough now that Nordstrom is having conversations with these brands, getting them involved in the anniversary sale to the point now where the brands are now, much like the way they do for something like Nordstrom Rack or TJ Maxx, I believe they're almost making stuff specifically for anniversary sale.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
And now I have no proof to back that up,
right.
But it would make sense.
Yeah.
At the very least, they are siloing specific styles to be oh, well, this is going to be we have Nordstrom anniversary sale. It's something on their calendar now.
100%.
Oh, well, we need a T-shirt and a button-down and a polo for Nordstrom anniversary sale. Yeah. So make sure that like we're now thinking about this. We're now thinking about these items specifically for the sale, and we're going to design them and produce them as such. Mm-hmm. Now, whether or not that deteriorates the quality, or they cut corners for that, or they leave off details, or they don't put as much effort, or they don't give their best stuff to that, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not, right? But the fact is, it's not. You're not like getting. When this all started, it was like, you'd get Rag and Bone's collection, and they were very clearly like pulling a few things from that collection and saying, yeah, you can do this for anniversary sale. Yeah. You can go straight away to 30% off with this. And I'm sure that the deal is Nordstrom will buy X amount of units, right? We're going to up our buy because we're going to sell a lot of these, so give us better than Keystone pricing. Right. Like so it's a kind of a win-win for everybody. Mm-hmm. Nordstrom gets closer to their regular margin probably, but they're going to sell a bunch more units, and it's a nice big PO for the brands to be like, oh man, we're going to move 2,000 units of this polo. Yeah. One order, one store, right? Or whatever the numbers may be. So that's kind of the way I feel about the clothing within the anniversary sale. Is I'm just wary of it. Now, if something looks good, if I like it, and the price is right, and you feel like you're getting a nice little deal for something that is in season and then you're going to wear immediately, then by all means, like go for it. And you'll notice that the at least for the men, the brands that largely participate in this anniversary sale are your kind of contemporary elevated basics brands. So I'm talking Vince, Theory, APC, that type of thing. Rag and Bone would slot in there as well. And those brands, they're obviously not as exciting as a lot of like the kind of like cult brands that we talk about, like I'm a Leon Dore or 18 East. They don't necessarily bring something like, new.
Ovadia, they carry Ovadia.
Grabbing. Is Ovadia?
They're not part of this.
Not part of it. No. Yeah, right. But I'm just saying like
that would be that would have my full attention.
Exactly, right. And those brands like that, the ones that have you that bring something a little bit more interesting to the table season by season, generally don't participate. Yeah. It is very much these brands that are churning out like the more basic, like everyday essentials to your wardrobe that participate. Now, when I first started getting into all this stuff 10 years ago, I was buying a ton from those brands. Yeah. And they still I've bought a couple of T-shirts from Vince within the last 18 months. Really? Both are awesome. Like they're like great, just very, like I said, they're elevated basics that work really well for just something very, very simple. So those brands are great building blocks. They're just not like, I'm not trying to sit here cop mid podcast.
Right. You're not signing up for the credit card to get access to this.
Yeah. And I don't recommend that you do that. I think you should just wait for the regular access for the GP, because I don't really think anything on the men's side is moving that quickly. I think
there's really just not a lot.
I think it's the women's stuff that moves quickly. And yeah, if you're looking now and you're not seeing as much, I don't know if that's because the preview is not showing you everything, or if because pandemic related things have affected production lines, and there have been some pullbacks or some stuff that wasn't able to get made, or what. Yeah. But this could be a little bit different.
Don't sleep on Nordstrom's shoe selection. I've noticed that they get the drops of the Reacts. Yeah. They had some Space Hippie from Nike.
Yep. Outside of the anniversary sale, Nordstrom has been doing a really good job of basically building themselves up to compete with places like Mr. Porter and Essence.
Yeah, because to be honest, I would not have thought to go to Nordstrom, even their website,
for a drop like that. Yeah, right. And I mean, and beyond like the more hype stuff, they're doing like right now they've got a collaboration with Noah, which we were talking about on the Discord.
It's cool.
They've got some exclusive colorways, some exclusive garments, a restock of some of the stuff that sold out on Noah's site over the seasonal. I was able to pick up a pair of shorts that I had really wanted. So they're kind of bringing these like smaller, more niche brands that we like and talk about frequently, and giving them a little bit more exposure. They're letting them stand up on that Nordstrom platform. And then go look at their design. Go look at the Nordstrom designer list, man. They're carrying like fully fleshed out sections of Laman and Rick Owens and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. So
they've really built up that like designer and side of things, as well as like looking for opportunities to give these kind of smaller, quote unquote, up and comers a chance to shine. And then they do stuff like anniversary sale, which is an opportunity to get some good basics. The other thing that I would mention is great to look at for anniversary sale. It's probably the best. It's probably the best deal as far as anniversary sale goes. It's grooming and product. Yeah. They will offer large versions that are typically not available. Like the size is just not available at a pretty significant discount for basically for buying in bulk.
Yeah.
So you can get like your like kind of nicer, more luxurious like shampoos, products, conditioners, grooming goods.
They carry a shit ton of Kiehl's.
A lot of Kiehl's. Good opportunity for Kiehl's if you're a Kiehl's boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be.
Yeah.
So I need to get back into some. I need your advice on that.
On the Kiehl's front?
No, your regimen. I need something on the face. The eyes.
Oh, Lumen Skin, baby.
Right, but aside from Lumen.
Aside from Lumen?
Well, look,
blasphemy.
No, what I'm saying is I break out like instantly. Anytime, sunscreen, break out.
Yeah.
Anything that goes on the face.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Lumen Skins has very good products, but it's tight. It's narrow offering still. So there's obviously and everybody has different skin. So you got to be out there looking for what best suits you. There are occasionally opportunities. This kind of falls into the same grooming thing, but I've seen like they used to do like the Clarisonics for awesome deals. Clarisonic actually recently went out of business. I saw.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they did. But like I want to say you could get the Dyson hairdryer for like $150 off at one point. I don't know if they're doing that this year.
Love Dyson.
Yeah. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll drop a little list of some of the stuff that catches our eye, and we'll put that up on the Patreon. I don't actually know when this goes live for non-card holders. You can start shopping August 19th.
It's coming up.
So just right around the corner. So we'll get that. We'll probably put that out right about the 19th.
Yeah.
So that you can shop it, actually. But yeah, there's some good there. It's the basics brands that you should have your eye out for. There's some Nike stuff available.
Patagonia.
Yeah,
like I have my eye on the Nano Puff vest, which is as basic as it gets.
Yep, exactly.
That's in the sale.
That's the type of stuff that you're looking for.
That's in the
You're
sale.
not gonna get some like crazy new hyped Ovadi and Sons, leopard print baggies.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of leopard print and Nike and baggies, that was a bad segue.
Wow.
But let's talk about.
Wow. Are we going into the ISPA stuff?
Let's talk about the ISPA stuff. Yeah.
Not a leopard print in sight.
Not a leopard print in sight. No, that was just really, really terrible. Let's edit that out. Nike ISPA. It stands for. What does it stand for? It stands for like. The ISPA, it's something about it's like ACG on steroids, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's
big time.
Nike ISPA.
Look it up.
Man, it's like integrate, scavenge,
produce,
rescue. It's geared towards like ACG is like you're going on a hike.
Yes.
ISPA,
this is like you're going to the moon.
ISPA is like you're about to go rescue somebody down in the Grand Canyon or something. So you're getting a lot more.
Oh, here we go. Improvise, scavenge, protect, and adapt.
Yes. Why did I say rescue? That's an
know,
R,
dude.
not an A.
I do not know. What do you got in that cup over there?
My head is still twisted.
What's in that cup?
I'm still flustered from not getting the pants, man.
Oh, see what these drops do?
It's not healthy.
I'll tell you what, it is though. It gets your dopamine going. It gets the heart rate up.
I know. Remember that book that I told you about that I mentioned that I was reading, the fantasy novels, the fantasy novels, the Stormlight Archive.
Yes.
I'm on book 2 of that now. They, they're soldiers, right? They're like knights that you're reading about, and they talk about when they're in battle. They talk about, it's like capitalized, so it's quotes, the thrill. That they get the thrill when they're in battle, and like they basically get tunnel vision and like everything, and all they want to do is just like rage and fight and kill and all this stuff. It's called the thrill. That's me, but for shopping a hot drop.
You're a shopping warrior.
Yeah, I'm a shopping warrior, and I get the thrill, and my blood pumps, and the adrenaline goes up, and I get a flood of dopamine if I'm successful, which I was not here. So it's I'm gonna have to rely on a puppy to flood my brain with dopamine.
I sure hope that works
later. So, okay. So what was it? What was the ISPA stand for again?
Shit. Now I've scrolled past
Improvise, scavenge, protect, adapt.
Yes,
that was it, right?
Good job. Good recall.
So this stuff is like, it's really aggressive looking. It's got that outdoor vibe. It's really kind of funky, like you said. It's almost space-like. It's space hippie meets ACG meets the shoes that you like wear to like work on your jump or something. Almost, those ones with the platforms, the springs.
Oh yeah.
And they've been doing this for a couple years now. This year they really stepped up the game. I feel like they put their top designers on it.
Yeah.
For the Nike ISPA 2020. And we've had a few of these things, a few of these sneakers release already. There was the ISPA Zoom Road Warrior, which literally does have this like massive looking, wedge thing on the bottom. It has the split toe. This pair even came with socks, because
really?
so that your big toe goes in one, your other toes goes in the other.
The hoof.
It's got all sorts of straps on it. This thing was also $500, which is which is crazy for a Nike shoe. You don't see that. Then there was the Overreact FK, came out in 2 colorways. It was a pretty interesting looking shoe. The ISPA Flow, which is your favorite, just dropped on sneakers in 1 colorway. It was almost like a surprise drop. I'm generally like checking, seeing what they've loaded for upcoming stuff with, regularity, and I didn't even realize that this was on there until it was already loaded and sold out.
I love that shoe. It's a good one.
I'm sure it'll pop up at other places.
Yeah.
This stuff is like, it's popular enough to where it's going to sell out on the Sneakers Day drop.
Yeah, but it'll be back.
But not so crazy that it like resale prices are through the roof and like resellers are like, hoarding these basically.
That's like those ACG.
Yeah. Yes.
What were those? The ones you got, they're almost boots, but not quite.
The Antarctics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I like this. The Flow looks awesome too.
Mm-hmm. Both colorways.
They're a lot of these sneakers this year for 2020 are using like some version of the React sole, which I know you and I are both big fans of. And then we also had a colorway of the Overreact FK sandal drop, but it was the kind of dark charcoal one.
Oh.
And the one that I'm looking at right here, I can put it up on the screen. This boy.
Yeah.
I like this thing.
Yeah.
I really like this thing. I like the pull tab. This giving me Visvim vibes back here.
Yeah,
almost like some native indigenous. It's like the little moccasin type thing. Mm-hmm. The color is cool. I just now the thing about this sole, I read some reviews and see how high it comes.
Yeah.
It's actually not that high.
Mm-hmm.
The bed is still right like through here.
Yeah.
So this is all just kind of aesthetic right here, which is, I guess that's fine.
It looks like the space hippie stuff.
But there's the color the colorway that came out.
Yeah, see that would think about that on your foot.
Yeah, I don't want that on my foot.
That looks like just blocks.
Yeah.
You're walking around on.
You all know me. Like I'm not an all black sneaker guy.
Yeah.
I'm not an all white sneaker guy.
Yeah.
I don't do either. Give me some browns, man. I like that. Here's your guy right here.
Yeah, I like that's the one. Right?
The first one.
They're both nice.
And then here's the Drifter. This one we have not seen at all yet.
It's got the hoof.
But it has the hoof. Phil, I think I need a pair of hoof shoes.
No, you don't.
You don't. I got to hoof it.
I'm so out on that. I remember when they first came out. I think Kanye wore Rick Owens high heel boots that had hoofs.
They're Margiela. No, Rick's done it too.
Yeah.
But the Margiela tabby is like the very famous fashion version of this that came out in the 80s, and like it's had a bit of a comeback with the avant-garde boys out there. Like if you're all about like M&A and CCP and all these weird kind of gothy brands like that, Guidi boots and Rick Owens and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. The hoof, I'm out on. I mean, maybe somebody can pull it off.
You're probably into some Margiela tabbies as well.
Yeah.
I like, look, man, looking at this collection as a whole and the ACG stuff to a different degree, this is why Nike is untouchable by a brand like Adidas. What was the last cool new thing that did something different that came out from Adidas that you were like, I got to have it?
The 4D got my attention.
Yeah. But the 4D is basically just a 4D sole on a Ultra Boost bit, right?
Yeah. They did some cool stuff, but it all went on sale. All of it.
Yeah.
I mean, most of it went on sale. And even the cool colorways. Like, I like the neon. I don't even remember. It was like a ZX something, like, some code.
Yeah. But I mean, here's like all five of these. Like, they all look great. I would, if you handed me a pair of any of these, I'd be like, yeah, I'll check this shit out.
Yeah, for sure.
So they just pour so much into the research, into the design, and the teams that just like are given seemingly an endless, rope and budget to just come up with all this like weird new shit. And I always feel like this is really like past all the hype stuff. Obviously, Nike and Jordan Brand demolish it with Jordan Retros and the ones and all the hype that Nike is able to create. And they've maintained that, with the dunk craze way better than Adidas has, which is essentially still relying on the Yeezy drops to like generate that type of stuff. And then on top of that, Nike just continually churns out new stuff that I'm so much more interested in.
For sure.
So this is all really cool stuff. It's pretty available. And I'm waiting for this brown version of the sandal. I'm definitely interested in that. And then I might have to be a hoof boy. I might have to become a deer and check out these drifters.
Do they show retail on any of these? Not on this.
They have not shown everything besides the Road Warrior is like in between $130 and $180, I think.
Road Warrior, I mean, that's space hippie. 100%.
Yeah.
But
now these were extremely limited.
Yeah.
Very, very low numbers of these produced because this is just a really wacky shoe.
Man, I wonder what that feels like on the foot.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I feel like it's going to I get the sense that you're going to be like springy. No?
Yeah.
You get that vibe at all?
Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
With the straps.
Yes, it is. So yeah, definitely something to pay attention to. The miss here for ISPA was the clothing capsule.
Look at that. Look at the sleeve length there.
This was kind of a failure. You can't go this hard on like spacesuit vibes. Right?
Maybe for inspiration and like
yeah, this should be on a mood board, not the actual product that comes out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, man. Well, any further thoughts on
ISPA?
On Nike ISPA or ACG?
I love the footwear is great.
Yeah. Let's see. What else did we have today to run through? Is there anything else?
I wanted to mention. I don't want to talk about Kanye that much more.
Oh yes.
But I do want to. This photo that he tweeted of
we can talk a little bit about the Kanye photo tweets.
It appears to be confirming that he uses floppy disk to store stuff on, which doesn't shock me at all.
But okay, here's the main reason that I find that surprising, because that is the most quintessentially like hipster thing to do.
Yeah. Well, yes and no, because I haven't seen any floppy disk in decades, even from some ultra hipsters.
Can you not see some mustachioed creative being like,
100%.
Well, I keep all my stuff on a floppy disk because it's analog, not digital.
Yeah. Totally.
Right? Like
yeah.
and then because the thing that's fun, you're just plugging it. You have to adapt it to get it on any type of modern computer.
But
so it's dumb. It's dumb is what it is.
It is dumb unless the security is there.
Yeah. Unless Kanye is doing this for security reasons.
Right, because he's got all these genius ideas.
He doesn't want anything in the cloud.
Right.
Nothing in the cloud. It has to be on straight floppies.
Do we know if floppies, once inserted into your computer, can be uploaded or downloaded to your hard drive? The whole thing?
They have to be able to.
I remember, though. Do you remember in computer class, there was a switch on the floppy disk that would lock and unlock it? What did that do? Did it lock it from even
adding stuff to it, maybe?
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
Or did it lock it from being downloaded? And if that's the case, then this is kind of genius, because if he can pass this to a certain number of people, I mean,
can't they just flip the switch
back? Flip the switch, right? Unless he's got some sort of system.
He just rips that piece off.
Or tapes it.
No, you can just pull the tape off. You gotta damage it. He switches it to the non-downloadable function.
Rips it off.
Then just pulls it off.
I don't know. I mean, once I saw this, that's the first thing I noticed is he's got an adapter that he's loading these things into that's obviously plugged into a computer.
Yeah.
He's got a Nintendo Switch.
So I saw just a few of these tweets. I didn't really give it too much thought. But I chuckled to myself seeing his mock-ups, basically.
Oh my God.
Because talk about a guy that doesn't really have like the design experience or the skill set to, mess with Illustrator or Photoshop or do that type of stuff, which is fine. Ralph Lauren doesn't know how to do that shit.
Right.
But his version just make me laugh because it looks like something that you would do in MS Paint. Like he was tweeting about these waterproof bags, right?
Yes.
So one, where did he get that image from, which looks like it came from The Sims?
Uh-huh.
And then like there's one that's even worse than that, where he's clearly like cut out the handle, the strap from the handle on like an inflatable kayak, and then just kind of like imposed it right on top of this big blob of a bag.
But
that
see,
looks like
people that are like Kanye heads
pixels.
will look at this and be like, "Oh,
right,
yes,
he's
such a fucking genius."
It's the like the lo-fi quality is the genius.
This is something that I could do on my phone, literally, like grab something and then just throw it on.
Yeah, that one.
That's good. I like that.
Is this stuff still on Twitter or
yes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he keeps it up.
Well, sometimes he just goes on
with
like
with the caption waterproof. That's it.
Yeah, he's doing waterproof bags now.
15.7 thousand likes on this bag. Not that means anything.
I mean, that's not that many likes for Kanye, is it?
I don't know. God.
What did he show us? Anything else cool?
This. That might be the best one.
So somebody is gonna. I saw that one too, and I was like, somebody's gonna put that on a T-shirt.
Yes,
and like it's gonna be like a hot T-shirt.
No, he didn't do anything cool other than the floppy disk.
It just from an art standpoint though, that really is the type of shit that you would see. Like if Picasso had done that.
Oh, 100%.
It'd be framed in the MoMA.
Yeah,
and people would
it's a sketch.
Yeah, it's a Picasso's like, oh my God, like
wow,
wow. You'd philosophize about the genius behind the quality. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. He's out there doing his thing, continuing to go on tweet rants. But hey, this is better. This is a better tweet rant than he could go on.
Yeah, I'd much rather
see him throw out some weird design stuff than anything else.
The personal stuff.
Right.
Is haunting.
Yeah. So, looking forward to seeing the Yeezy waterproof bags.
Finally, speaking of haunting, finally finished I'll Be Gone in the Dark. You've seen the whole thing.
No. Remember I watched one episode and was like, I'm not doing this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. What's your overall review?
It's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm just really into true crime. Not really into true crime. Serial, for instance, that was one of the things that really got me into like.
Yeah, Serial was awesome.
Yeah, that true crime realm. A lot of it is just too much, and I don't care about it. But just I don't know. I like the way it was shot. I really like Patton Oswalt to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, dude. It was a great story, and the way that they wrapped it up was really cool.
Okay. I've heard people keep telling me to continue with it and give it another chance.
I wish you would.
And I feel like I'm in a slightly better place now than I was the first time that I
You need a palate cleanser. I always recommend a palate cleanser.
Well, dude, I'm all about a chaser. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now I got to get my internet working, but
that's a problem.
But yes, absolutely. No, I don't watch anything super dark without getting a little Office or something in afterwards.
Yeah, we cleanse with Below Deck currently.
Okay. That's too. I don't like the fighting on reality shows. That's too stressful.
There's
for
not
me.
a lot on Below Deck. There's some. It's. I don't like a lot of reality shows. This one I can handle.
Yeah.
I think she has detected that Will DeFreeze is in the building.
Yeah, she's gonna go knock down the door again with her super puppy strength.
She's unbelievable. She'll pull your arm out of something. This dog is just solid muscle.
Well, this is as good of a spot to wrap it up as any. So, Phil, thank you for your time. Poppy, thanks for no chuffing. We didn't get a bark, just a big
yawns.
just a big yawn there. Go check out our sponsor for today, Bespoke Post, boxofawesome.com. The code is CLUBCOOL to get 20% off of your first box. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. Don't discard the Discord.
Do not discard
Join
the
Discord. Follow us on Patreon. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/clubcool. That is where you can find our editorial about our specific favorite items from Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. And we will be back with more next week.
Adios.
Bye.
Welcome to the club.